Show comes on, check out our show schedule, updated weekly at Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Your creative work might look a little different this year, but For Culture grants can still help you put your ideas in motion and share them with King County. Check this out. For Culture is now offering grants in 3 disciplines: art, heritage, and historic preservation. Apply by April 28th. For more information, go to forculture.org. Brought to you by For Culture. As a cultural funding agency for King County, For Culture works to make our region vibrant.
1, 2, get down!
What's up, big and little homies? This is Masvita Maraire, host of Seattle Sports Weekly on Rainier Avenue Radio.world, your one-stop shop for Seattle sports. We cover preps, we cover college, we cover pro, we cover it all. Huskies, Mariners, Seahawks, Garfield, South, Roosevelt, Petro, King County. This is what you want to listen to for all the sports that's happening in Seattle. Seattle Sports Weekly on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
See a bad.
This is Paul Schneiderman, the host of Sports and Stuff on Rainier Avenue Radio. Sports and Stuff is a sports show that focuses on the game day aspects of sports and also the business, policy, legal, and sociological aspects of sports. Tune into Sports and Stuff and listen to my interviews with athletes, authors, administrators, politicians, and others.
Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Celebrate 4 years of broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in the interest of South Seattle and surrounding communities. Hey, it's Tony B, and yes, I'm excited to share with you, April is our birthday. This one is our 4th of amplifying the diverse voices in our community, broadcasting community events, providing award-winning instructional classes to youth and adults, supporting our music communities in all genres and forms, hosting critical conversations, and making sure that we are who you are. 2020 provided us with the opportunities to meet the needs of our community. Rainier Avenue Radio is proud to have provided our communities with the most comprehensive coverage how the coronavirus did and continues to impact our community. And so, for our birthday, on behalf of our amazing staff, volunteers, and show hosts, to all of our contributors, supporters, listeners, and viewers, thank you. Join us in celebration. Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
You know you can't get enough of Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Put your pants up. Say it loud.
Well, welcome to another edition of Monday Night Sports. I'm Dupe, supporting the Rainier Avenue Radio. What can I say, man? And that's the big man. What's up, my brother?
They ain't got one that fit me.
Okay, so the benefits of being a little dude.
Hey.
Little dude, I can fit it.
What can I say, Rick?
Hey. Well, man, what a week. I missed you guys. I missed you guys Friday night. I was recovering from my second dose of the vaccine, my brother.
Hey. It can stump you now if you're not careful.
You know, Edwin, I mean, I was expecting worse. I got to admit it, but it wasn't great, man. I'm kind of hyper, man. I was in bed all day on my back, man. I was cold. I was under covers, man. It was like
nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
That's the best place for you.
Yeah, but I listened to you guys and what have you. So we are going to have, and I forgot to tell Daniel, so this is news to him now, live in the show, is we're going to have Garfield coach Reggie Witherspoon join us at about 6:40. And, they've had an up and down season, tough season, a lot of high hopes. And so I had a big win last week, and they finish up on Friday at Bishop Blanchette. So we're going to chat with him. And also we can talk a little bit about the recap of the games, because I understand our player of the week came from that game, huh? So we'll talk about that a little bit. Yeah. So anyway, but man, there's a lot that I want to talk about. So, there's a couple videos I want to show, and I'm a big golf fan, and historic moment at the Masters, man. Hideki Matsuyama became the first Japanese man to win a PGA major. Yes, there you see some of the pictures. Go ahead, Dan. Yeah, you can. And then in a minute we're gonna play. There's a nice little clip of the last couple of holes, and then them talking about that. So actually, Dan, you go ahead and play that, and then we can chat a little bit about that if you would. And go ahead with the sound. Thank you.
A birdie. What a magnificent Masters debut.
Yeah, bunker to bunker in the last hole. Not to this point. He really showed an awful lot. He was the guy that played most like a veteran of any of the chasers.
Matsuyama with the lead, hit a great tee shot on 17, makes par. Great tee shot on 18. He's got some wiggle room, and this is a little leaky.
Yes, but if he knew that if he missed it to the right, he could make 5. If he missed it to the left, who knows what's going to happen. Now all he's got to do is just chunk it out of the bunker. 2 putts from 5 feet to win.
So kind of anticlimactic. Keep it running, Daniel.
Equal,
My name's going on the trophy.
I can handle this. And Hideki Matsuyama, history, the first Japanese male to win a major championship. He makes it the Masters. He'll get the green jacket, and really a cool moment here. The caddy always keeps the flag, right? So the caddy's going to keep the flag, but this hat tip and bow is for respect to this course and the Masters. Shota Hayafuji, his caddy. Really neat moment there. And
there he is.
I ever recommend to attend a sporting event. Having lived in Augusta for about 10 years,
welcome to the club.
If you get an opportunity, you got to go to the Masters.
Yeah. That it's pretty incredible. We talked about last week. We knew the Masters, with everything that's going on with the voting rights and what have we, knew that the Masters wouldn't be canceled, but the PGA unfortunately has refused to move their season-ending event in September. They said commitments to charities and what have you. My feeling is, hey, you can still make sure those charities get their money, But it is what it is. But you're right, man. I think of all the majors, the Masters, and Tiger Woods back in, I think it was 2001, where he won that historic moment and became the first black man to win. At that tournament, and then Hideki Matsuyama yesterday becoming the first Japanese man not only to win the Masters but to win a PGA major event. So that was pretty cool, man. That was really pretty cool. Edwin, I want to talk about, and we get into this. You and I have this conversation, but it relates so much to sports. What's going on in the world and what's happening, and man, we have another. As of yesterday, another black man, that is killed, Dante Wright, 20 years old, in Minneapolis. And Edwin, it's what's so disappointing, man, is that these are minor infractions people are getting stopped for, and then they're ended up dead.
Well, his family was sitting in the car, and hey Rick, it seemed like it's not going to stop until something ugly happens.
Well,
and it's getting there. It's getting close. It's getting there. It's unfortunate. Something major has to be done. You have to be afraid.
Yeah. Well, you know what? And so, I don't know if you heard about this, but I want to let our listeners know. If you just joined us, I'm Dupe. That's Edwin. Monday Night Sports. And we're talking a little bit about, what's going on today, relevant news, but it relates to sports. And I'm going to bring it back around to sports in a minute and to a young women's basketball team in Norman, Oklahoma. I don't know if you heard about this, Edwin. I saw it on ESPN today, did a little bit of research, and we're going to show a clip, and I'll talk about them in a minute. And this is how what's going on in the world impacts sports and how sports can have a voice. But before I go there, the young man by the name of, I believe I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Caron Nazario, and he's an Army medic, and he was stopped at gunpoint. This was back in December, but all this came out, recently here, the last couple of days. He was stopped at gunpoint. So he was stopped, and the officers said they stopped him because he didn't have a license plate. Okay, because he didn't have a license plate. Well, it was a new vehicle, and it was an SUV, and the windows, how the windows on the side, the back are tinted, but you can see the paper license, the registration.
It's a new car.
Yeah,
it's a new car.
Yeah. So they try to pull him over. So my man says, okay, I don't feel comfortable. And so he drove a couple blocks to get to a well-lit gas station. Okay. And then he has his hands out the window and he's saying, why am I being stopped? And so now they pull the guns, man. They got guns on him, and for driving with no license plate. Does it really have to escalate that? So he's trying to de-escalate it, and man, it's crazy. Okay, so then he's like, look, I'm serving in the military, man. I'm serving this country. What am I being stopped for? And he's trying to de-escalate. He wasn't saying it at that level. He was really, really calm, and these officers, man, were just out of control. So then he says, they try to grab him. He says, man, don't put your hands on me. He said, I'm afraid to get out of the car. He said, I'm afraid.
As you should be.
Yeah. And they said, well, yeah, you should be, and what have you. So then, they switch and they spray him with pepper spray. And they say, get out of the car. He's like, man, I'm trying to breathe here. I can't get out of here. Takes his glasses off and what have you. Well, no charge has been filed against him because he didn't do anything wrong.
No.
He didn't do anything wrong. And man, it was just crazy. So apparently the officer that pepper sprayed him, what have you, has been fired. But
as he should be.
Yeah, but it's just like, so people wonder why we wear a shirt or why we say Black Lives Matter, because there continues to be actions to show that in the eyes of America, Black lives don't matter. And that's not saying that other lives don't matter. Yeah, all lives matter. But guess what? All lives aren't being stopped like this. Hey,
Rick,
come on, man.
In the words of my father, born in 1914.
And your grandfather born in the 1800s.
My grandfather, who I knew and loved very dearly, born in 1889.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing changed. And they're speaking from a totally different time.
Yeah.
Around and before the turn of the century, the turn of the 20th century, ain't nothing changed.
That's a scary statement. Now, here's where I want to bring it back to sports. And I talked about the Norman High School girls basketball team. All right. And Daniel, if you can cue that. So we're going to play. It's a story. I think it was on CBS, if I'm not mistaken. It's about a couple minutes long. Dan, if you go ahead and play it, I think it's with Gail King, and just let it play out and we can hear it.
Basketball team that was called the N-word by a sports announcer who was calling the game. And he said that into a live microphone as a team took a knee during the national anthem at a high school tournament game. National correspondent Jerika Duncan reports on the young women who are now state champions.
We never would have thought, wow, this would happen to us.
Caitlin Simmons, Shantae Embry, and Millie Roberts say their team was in shock when their coach shared the news.
Hey, Daniel, is there any way we can... I know it's
The Norman High School girls basketball squad.
We're not seeing the video. Is there any way, Daniel, is there any way to stop it and restart it where we would see the video, or it may just be the streaming? I know I may not be able to get it.
But on Thursday, an open microphone captured sports announcer Matt Rowan berating them with a...
We're going to give it another try. Thank you. Go ahead.
A sports announcer who was calling the game, and he said that into a live microphone as a team took a knee during the national anthem at a high school tournament game. National correspondent Jerika Duncan reports on the young women who are now state champions.
We never would have thought, wow, this would happen to us.
Caitlin Simmons, Shantae Embry, and Millie Roberts say their team was in shock when their coach shared the news.
It was just blank stares.
The Norman High School girls basketball squad had taken a knee during the national anthem all season in an effort to bring awareness to racism and social injustice. But on Thursday, an open microphone captured sports announcer Matt Rowan berating them with a racial slur.
This goes to prove the point that this is why we took a knee.
In a statement, the NFHS network, which broadcast the game, promised an investigation, saying that it cut ties with the third-party crew involved and adding that it firmly condemns racism, hate, and discrimination. Rowan did release an apology, but blamed the rant on his type 1 diabetes, writing, "Do not believe that I would have made such horrible statements absent my sugar spiking."
It's just real ugly.
Civil rights attorney Mike Lowe and Ben Crump are representing the team.
We're demanding that the regulatory authority of the Sports and Athletic High School Association in Oklahoma publicly condemn this racism. And the Tigers.
The girls took home a state title Saturday, celebrating one win, now fighting for something bigger.
We just want change within our community, our state, and our country. And that change is going to start with people holding other people accountable.
You are absolutely right about that. The Oklahoma
Thanks, Dan. You can get out of that. Man, Edwin, is that crazy? Now, wait, let me just say a couple things. So here's a couple things, man. Number one, they describe, and you know this. So a lot of people, especially white people, don't know this, especially up north, and people don't know it. They go, Norman was a sundown town. All right. Okay, you explain what that is. Until 1967. You want to explain what it is? So go ahead. Tell people what this is.
Hey, you better be in and off the streets
by sundown. Huh? What else?
One of the biggest racial blunders in the United States history took place in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, so it ain't no accident.
No.
But I wonder, if he could get away with that because he's got type 1 diabetes, man. Hey, I'm gonna start getting away with something.
Is that crazy? So wait, a couple things I want to say about this. Number one, okay, so that was a semifinal game. They won, and I was so it was on March 11th. They knelt, and like they said, it was because we want to make a stand against or stand for justice and equality. We want to stand against inequality. Okay, the game was streamed live. The announcer's name is Matt Rowan. Okay, and he said, "I hope Norman gets their ASS, gets their asses kicked." Number one. Then he says, "F them. I hope they lose them effing ends." Okay, so I mean, this dude say just a live stream. You and I doing okay. We know we doing live stream games all the time. We have a good time, but we ain't talking crazy like that. I mean, come on.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Rick, as much as I love it, I respect athletics.
Thank you.
I respect the game that I played and helped me to get ahead in life.
Yeah.
You know, I don't hate anybody that much to go to that extreme.
I know. That's just man. You know. So they won the game. Okay, then the next night they played the semifinal game against Tulsa Union. So the entire Tulsa Union team, they got down on a knee in solidarity with Norman. Okay, and man, these are high school kids. When you're talking 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, and they're making a statement. Yeah, man, they're making a statement. And understanding, and here's the thing, this is why I want to bring this back to sports. They understand that they have a voice. And you see now it's getting national attention. Yeah. Edwin, so hold on. Yeah, you said, man, the homeboy blamed it on, and I copied this. So let me read this. See, this is what he said. He said, "I will state that I suffered type 1 diabetes, and during the game, my sugar was spiking. While not excusing my remarks, it is not unusual when my sugar spikes that I become disoriented and often say things that are not appropriate as well as hurtful. I do not believe that I would have made such horrible statements absent my sugar spiking." Now, Edwin,
hey, you know what, Rick? That, and excuse my expression, that pisses me off more that you made that type of an excuse.
Exactly.
You know, man up and go ahead and accept what you said, and then hey, I ain't got no problem with it. At least I know who you are.
Yeah.
You know, but to take that angle out and that cowardice approach, man, it's absolutely amazing.
I know. When I saw that, man, when I was like, that is just you have absolutely, forget I'm gonna say, well, I'll say it this way. I won't say it more negative. You have absolutely no backbone, no integrity. Okay. Yeah. You're gonna sit there and man, come on, blame it on that. Come on, dude. He knew exactly what he was saying.
Hey, Rick, I grew up in the rural South.
Yeah.
You know, hey. And as my granddad and my dad would say, if they were alive today, as they said, and they passed 2 weeks apart, ain't nothing changed.
Yeah.
And they're talking about the 1819, 1920. You know, ain't nothing changed, man. I mean, ain't no need to get upset and mad about it. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's just sad, man. It's sad. But I want to bring light to that, and I just wanted to, man, just say, I mean, if we were given a Courage Award or whatever, man, to those young ladies on that Norman High School basketball team, because they stood up, and then that the team that they played the next day, you know, for them to come out and to that whole team, man, got in solidarity with them. That was something pretty special, man. So,
hey, they can make change happen, Rick.
Yeah, that's
at
it.
that age where they understand that, and as you said, I take my hat off to them. Hey, real upstanding kids.
Yeah, no doubt. So, real quickly, we want to highlight we've got some games coming up this weekend, and Friday night we're going to bring the last week of our high school football coverage, and we got a doubleheader for our listeners, man. And so hope that you tune in starting at 4:00, Eastside Catholic and Ballard, and then at 7:00, Seattle Prep and Old Day. And I just want to run a couple things down, man, Edwin, and then there you see it. So 4:00, Eastside Catholic and Ballard, and those two teams, it's both of those teams have had really good seasons. Eastside Catholic's 4-2, Ballard is 3-3. Eastside Catholic beat Ballard week 5, 28-13. So it'll be a chance for them to hopefully get a shot at Eastside Catholic, see if they can win there. Oh, we do have good. We got Coach Reggie Witherspoon. So we'll finish talking about what we're going to do. But I want to bring him on for just a minute and just congratulate him and also announce our player of the week as well. So if we've got Coach Witherspoon back in. Okay. Coach Witherspoon, what's up, young man? How you doing? Can you hear us okay?
How you guys
good
doing?
All right. Good. Okay, I hope you're not driving now, brother. No.
I'm having a little bit of difficulty with the audio.
Yeah. You're cutting in out a little bit. Well, let's see if we can make it work. Anyway, just wanted to say congratulations on a big win this last week, and talk a little bit about the season. I know it's been a tough season. You've had a lot of guys out, and unfortunately haven't been able to have the kind of season that you were expecting going into it.
Absolutely. Yeah, we knew this season going into it, not only were we young, but we end up unfortunately having a lot more injuries than we anticipated. We kind of expected due to the lack of offseason that we were given. Not being able to lift any weights whatsoever. We couldn't access our weight room. Then we tried to get creative and access some local gyms like your Planet Fitness, LA Fitness, and so on and so forth. But those were shut down most of the year last year, so it was a bit of a disadvantage for our guys, and it was something that I was worried about because of our schedule. I knew that we were going to be playing top teams in the state, and anyone that plays football knows that your off season is really the leading vehicle to your success during the season. And so because we weren't able to do that, we did the best we can to try to keep guys healthy. But as the physicality of the sport takes place, guys started dropping left and right. And so we've been down 14, 15 bodies, most of them, a lot of guys up front. And so that kind of killed our depth a little bit. But nevertheless, I told them we're Garfield Bulldogs. At the end of the day, that must mean something. So let's play like it. So we're going to just keep competing. And we got a great win last Friday. We needed it. A lot of confidence, a big confidence booster for us there. And so we're just excited for this last matchup we have this coming up Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. But congratulations on, like you said, I know that all of the teams, all the schools, facing the same thing that you guys facing, where just couldn't have the off season, training and conditioning like you would want. But I tell you, when you guys were healthy, and you certainly showed it this past week, you had great win earlier in the season. Then you also came close against Ballard, and we may have lost Coach Witherspoon. Oh, there it is. Okay, you still there? But anyway, real last question. And then we're gonna one of your players was named our player of the week, and so want to announce it here on the air. But going into this last week, what are you telling you guys? And you got to be excited that you got one more game on the schedule.
I'm sorry, brother. I couldn't hear you. It was real choppy.
Can you hear me now? Basically, just saying, going into this last game, you guys got to be excited to have one more game on the schedule.
Yep. Yes, we got Blanchette on Friday.
Well, good, man. I know you are busy. We thank you for taking just a couple of minutes to join us, and all the best in your final game. And, all the best to those young men because they have played their heart out. And just while you were here, before you hang up, we just want to say, and Edwin, Edwin called the game and talk about the young man. Well, I'll just say it. I don't know if you have a drum roll or whatever. There it is. Our player of the week, Coach Witherspoon, is Jacoby Cochran, and he put in a performance for you all this past week.
Yes, he did. He's a dynamic player for us, and I told him before the season started. I told his mom too. I said, and his dad. I said, this season, dude, you're not going to come off the field hardly at all. So whatever it is you got to do, get yourself mentally and physically ready. Make sure you do so because we knew what he can bring to the table. He's just a junior, so we get him again next year. Wow. I'm excited. Yeah. We're really, really young. We've got a small group of seniors and only about 4 of them start. So we'll be back again next year, bigger, stronger, a lot more focused this year, this upcoming season. So, but yeah, Jacoby's an amazing player. He played really well for us. I'm looking forward to this young man's future because he's got a bright one.
Hey, Coach, if he get any bigger and any stronger, I don't think the city of Seattle can hold it.
I agree with you. Ed, on that one, brother, man. That's exactly what we're gonna do with him is get him bigger and stronger. All of our guys, our off-season workouts start Monday. We're done Friday, and we are we're not playing around.
I'm gonna come by. I'm gonna try and come by and visit with you, man.
Look, he can't find anybody. He's gonna check it downfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Jacoby Cochran. Jacoby Cochran all the way in to the end zone. Touchdown. Barfield. Look, he can't find anybody. He's gonna check it downfield. He's got a man wide open.
You guys are doing an amazing job too, by the way.
Thank you. We're enjoying, man. It's just great to see these kids out there and the job you guys are doing. I know you're driving, so I will let you get. But thank you for taking a few minutes to be on with us, Coach. Man, we really appreciate it.
Anytime,
good to see you again, Coach.
You too.
Okay.
Always, man. You guys be good.
All right.
Okay, you too. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. So again, there you have it, our player of the week, Jacoby Cochran. And so with that said, real quickly, Garfield Blanchette playing. That is Friday night at Blanchette. We will bring you the top 4 teams, as they finish. And so what a surprise, Ed, when you got Seattle Prep, the top team. I mean, Prep beat O'Day. Prep beat Eastside Catholic. Prep, the only loss that Prep had, you remember, that was week 1. We had that game. Prep lost 15-7 to Ballard. And
the Ballard Beavers.
Yes. And so game 1 again is going to be Eastside Catholic and Ballard. That's at 4:00 right here on Rainier Avenue Radio, and then at 7:00 Prep and O'Day, and it's going to be a chance for O'Day. I mean, obviously a shocker. We had that game. We brought it to you live right here on Rainier Avenue Radio, and week 3 when Prep beat O'Day, and remember that last second touchdown, they won it 15-14, and they got the 2-point conversion to win it.
Outstanding game.
Yeah. And if everything is accurate that I got, I was looking through and doing a little research, and so that was the first time Prep had beaten O'Day since 1980, so 40 plus years. Yeah.
Wow.
So big matchup Friday night.
Hey, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. So we want to invite you, all of you here listening, watching us right now, join us 4:00 for Eastside Catholic Ballard, and that'll be followed by Prep and O'Day at 7:00 right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. And when that's gonna do it for us, man. Lid Line is next. Granville, Pepe, and the guys are in the studio ready to go, or the home studio now, whatever it is.
Hey, let's make it happen.
Yes, and until Friday, stay tuned. Keep it right here for Lid Line. But Edwin and I will join you on the air Friday night live from Memorial Stadium. For Daniel
Rick,
B.
I'll see you there, bro.
Yes, for Daniel B. For Edwin, the big guy. I'm Dupe. Until then, peace and God bless.
Hey, great job, Daniel. Another great job.
Yes, sir.
This is